play some Pokemon. Dude, I got so confused about, I don't know, the past few days and what I'm doing on what day and places I'm supposed to be. Anyway, I'm gonna play some Pokemon here. I'm gonna hop on, have some fun, have some good times, and just go. Yeah, suppose, did that work? Present hello. Hi. Yeah, I got really confused about my dad. And this week and what I'm doing on like what day, where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what happened. But something cool here is we're playing Gold, right? And it's nighttime on Gold. It is nighttime. Now what that means is we can go catch different Pokemon. Because usually we're playing this during the daytime. During the daytime you catch certain Pokemon. And during the nighttime you catch other Pokemon. So I think I'm gonna like go back to sort of the areas at the start of the game. And I'm gonna see if I can pick up some different Pokemon. Let's see if that's possible. We'll see. We'll see what goes down. See if it is possible. I think it is possible. I think it is. Anyway. Okay, so. Start. That working? That's working. Nope, that's not working. It's working! It's working! Okay. Oh, Goldenrod. That was the deal, wasn't it? Anyway. Wait, why is it not nighttime? Dude, what's the time? Brother. 1 PM? What? Why? Dude, why? That's not what we want. Change time in Pokemon Go? Why am I walking upwards? I'm not even pressing any button. Change time in Pokemon Gold, use the button combination. Down, select E. I don't want to like... That's jacked up. Why is that the time? Why? Why is that the time? That is not the time. A PF2? Dude, why is my controller like goofing out? Dude, I'm pressing. What the hell?
Crumbling Thrive is now following.
Crumbling Thrive, what's going on, dude? Play Pokémon Nuzlocke, and I am confused. What do you want? They're nothing more than tools for making money. And I'm so confused. That's the Pokemon? Cool. Surely my level 41 Pokemon are gonna make this, like, A-okay, right? You guys are on the radio tower, right? Well, that's a bummer. I would describe that as a little bit of a bummer, because I was like, oh dude, I'm gonna like show up here and I'm gonna catch like a Hoothoot. It's like, it's nighttime, we'll get a Hoothoot, and it's like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe you're not gonna get a Hoothoot. Fine, I guess. Fine, I guess. Also, where the hell's my team? Dude, what's going on today? My team. Bob, you got the... I feel like all my elements have jacked themselves up. Yeah, 24, dude, we're so fine. We're so fine. But who have I got on the team? We got the bro. He's removed from my team. What do you mean? He's on my team. There's just elements just not showing. Ah, there we go. So, who else we got? We got Dent. Dent is the. Okay, we got Fallacy is already there. I'm seeing Salad. I'm seeing Quacks a lot. Kite is there. Dent. Dent was my draft room. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so Rocket, whatever the hell this is, right? Golden Road Tunnel, level 30s. Golden Road Tower, level 30s. We're fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about this situation. I'm not gonna be afraid. Okay. Ah, my god, I just threw the mouse on the floor. What am I doing today? Holy moly. Alright, okay. Alright, let's... Brother. Alright. I don't know what the hell is up with me. What's going on? I feel like I'm super in the back foot. That's fine. We'll get front foot forward. Why was I even... Where was that? Fine. Reversed. About to use Eradicate again. Dude, you're just getting embers. I really want to get a... What the hell is it called? I really want to get an Ice Pokemon. But I believe that's not for like a hot minute. I go to like the Ice Path or whatever it's called. Ice Mountain. There's some sort of like glacial area, which, if I can remember correctly, comes like just before the 8th gym, which is what we got coming up next. And I believe, yeah, there's like Swinubs there, which would be kind of cool. The Swinubs, and there are Jinxes. I'm not against a Jinx. I'm not against the idea of a Jinx, but I think I would much rather have a Swinub. Also, that being said, we are playing like so many Pokemon games in this like Eternal Nuzlocke, but like, if we don't use Jinx this time, we'll use Jinx next time. If we don't use Swinub this time, we'll use Swinub next time. Do you know what I mean? It's like, everybody's probably gonna sort of eventually get an opportunity to shine. I'm just saying, for the here and now, I think probably my preference would be the frickin' Swinub. That said, we are in Gen 2, so that's gonna mean that our Swinub can't even fully evolve. Because you'll go Piloswine, and then there's Mamoswine, which is like a second stage, a third evolution, which they added in. That only came in like Sinnoh. That came in Generation 4. That's not until DS. Not until Diamond 4. No one could stop me, Diamond and Pearl! I want to check that I posted the notification. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. That, bro. I've kind of talked about this before, and I will talk about it again. Generation 2, specifically, you know, Pokemon Gold and Silver, the OG releases, they have such a special place for me in my heart. Because although, you know, there's, you know, Red and Blue were great before it, and we've had really good Pokemon since. Huge Black and White fan. We'll talk a lot more about Black and White when we get up to that game. Pokemon Gold, it seriously has just like a really special place for me, because of course there was, I've talked about this before, but of course there was the excitement of like when Pokemon first started and you had all these different Pokemon and discovering them all. Cool. there was something crazy about, you know, especially because they numbered it. They said, oh, there's like 150 Pokemon. Whenever you went, there was a hint that there was something beyond that number. Crazy, man. Going back to the first episode when they showed Hoa in Generation 2, they showed him in the first episode of the anime flying in the sky, except it's sort of like a proto design. So it's kind of colored a little bit differently, and it's glowing. And there was maybe sort of like doubt that like, oh, maybe that's just like Moltres, maybe, you know? But it seemed like a new Pokemon, it seemed like something crazy. It was unidentified in the Pokedex, but maybe it was unidentified because it was Moltres and it was legendary, or like, who knows, you know? But then you got stuff like Togepi showed up, and Togepi didn't have a number. And there was loads of the toys, whether it's like the Tomy toys, or the, you know, like the Tazos, or the little toys that came in like bouncy balls and stuff like that. They'd always say the Pokemon's name and the Pokemon number. Togepi, because Togepi was such a big deal introduced in the anime as one of the, like, you know, main Pokemon as part of the traveling party. There was a lot of toys of Togepi, whether it was like plushies or little sort of Beanie Baby style things or toys. And Togepi would never have a number. It's like, this is crazy, like, there's more Pokemon. And then we started to see more and more of these, like they introduced in Pikachu's Vacation, the short film at the start of Pokemon's first movie. They had Snubbull, and they had Marill in that. It's like, oh, this is crazy. And then, in the actual feature film, in Pokemon's first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, they had a Donphan at the start, and it's like, what are these guys? And you didn't even know that Donphan, you didn't even know his name. You didn't even know his name. Because Snubbull, Marill, okay, you got that. It was in Pikachu's Vacation. Snubbull, Marill, you know, so like, you got their names. But Donphan showed up in the, like, the musical sequence in a battle against Ash at the start of the movie, so you didn't get Donphan's name. So it's like, who the hell is this crazy elephant thing that looks also sick as well? That looks really cool. So it was crazy, just the idea that like there could be more Pokemon, and we were getting like slowly drip fed them. Like, sure, you know, if you're following, you know, like leaks and scans from like Famitsu magazine in Japan and stuff like that, it's like, oh yeah, sure, you're gonna see a couple of designs before they sort of hit us over here. But no, for a very long time, it's like we didn't, you know, especially as like kids, I did not use these tackles. Especially as kids. We were getting exposed to these Pokemon at like a complete drip feed, and it was just incredibly thrilling because we already loved Pokemon, right? We already on board. We already super loved Pokemon, and the fact that they were just showing us like the more are coming, it was crazy. So then when Pokemon Gold actually hit, it's like, dude, and actually like playing the game and everything was so familiar, you know. But then everything was but it felt different as well. I just even remember the box of the game, because in the box of the game, like looking on the back of the box, it had a few Pokemon there, and it had little drawings, like the Ken Sugimori artwork, or whatever it's called. Like artwork of some of the Pokemon on like in the manual, and I remember like a little Hootoo drawing on the side of the box. I was like, who is this guy? I think there's maybe Hoppip there as well. Maybe there's Hoppip. So, although Pokemon Red was like my first adventure and like really, really special, like Pokemon Gold was going into something I already loved and wanting more and wanting more and wanting to get more of the experience and wanting to see Pokemon and totally getting that and encountering these Pokemon, it freaking blew my mind. It blew my mind. And so you go through this region and you're encountering new Pokemon, and then I mean, spoilers I guess, the whole post game, like you hit credits on this game, which we will, you know, within the next couple streams probably, because we're trying to get badge 8 right now. You go through before you do champion, you do all that crap as you do in in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, whichever version you played. But then in this one, it's like, no, dude. Now you got this post game. You can go back to the map from the first game. You can travel back to Kanto. You can go face Brock again. You can go face your player character from the OG game. You can face Red, the trainer. It's like, oh my god, so freaking cool. And even getting that on the cartridge was like a programming sort of miracle. I believe it was Satoru Iwata, the guy who became the eventual, like, you know, head of Nintendo. rest in peace, man. He was the one who managed to, whatever optimization magic, he got brought onto the project and did optimization magic to get all that, you know, entire second world map onto this Game Boy cartridge, which were a megabyte, by the way. These are a megabyte. This game's compressed to a megabyte. You've got 250 Pokemon in there, you've got all these moves, you know, you've got all these areas, you've got 2 maps, you've got the new map, you've got the map from the old game. Freaking crazy. Actually crazy. So, you know, although, you know, I'm a big fan of subsequent Pokemon generations, and I'm still excited by new Pokemon generations coming out. The really special thing this has for, like, I know there's always going to be new Pokemon coming. The other day, dude, the producer of Pokemon Champions, he said, like, oh yeah, one day we're going to have, like, 10,000 Pokemon. And he's right. One day we're going to have 10,000 Pokemon. That's going to happen. And that infinitiness, you know, that infinite amount of Pokemon that's coming, and you always know you're going to see new Pokemon every few years or whatever. We didn't know that at the time. And this game was actually designed to be like, they didn't think they were going to make more after this. It was like, oh, we're going to do Gold and Silver. Oh, sure, we'll do a sequel and do the ultimate sequel, and then that's it. You know? So they were, the idea that we'd just be getting Pokemon perpetually forever was not a sensation we had. Never mind just getting any new Pokemon. So it's so freaking cool, man. So for me, like, it's always special for me seeing the new Pokemon in a game and bumping in new Pokemon and whatever. But in this one, it just really hit different. It really hit different. It feels like, oh, they're actually giving us more. It's not just the 150 and a couple of random little teases that they're chucking into the anime. And so although I would say, like, Mon for Mon, it's not like a perfect generation by any stretch. There's some duds on the roster. There's definitely some duds on the roster. But I think the fact that there was, like, you know, 100 new guys, just that alone gives it so many points in my eyes. It's so many points in my eyes. So Pokemon Gold's always gonna be really up there for me, for that specifically. Just the memories of seeing a bunch of these guys, a bunch of these different Pokemon. This is so crazy, so fun. Dude, I got like a crazy mouse moving on my screen. What is that? I have like a ghost mouse on my screen. Find out what that is. How is that? Oh, that's my VTuber! Is that my VTuber? Oh my god, that's my VTuber, right? Dude, I was like, what the hell is that little freaky thing on my screen? I could see like something freaky, like a few little white lines moving on the bottom of my screen. It looked like my mouse. I was like, that like a phantom mouse or something? Like, what the hell's going on here? And it's like, nah, dude, it's actually just my freaking VTuber's hair. And I've got him like hidden in the corner of the screen. It's hilarious. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Got here. Scientist Mark. Hello, Scientist Mark. Sending up Magnetite. Let's go. Yeah, I think we got a couple of rival battles to do. Try and make our way over to the next town. I don't think, did we play Pokemon last week? I think we did, right? I think we did. I've talked about this before, but just like playing little bits of games. Just gives this real big sense of like anticipation and excitement and whatever for me. And I'm always kind of just like hyped to come back and play more. And what have you. Come back to that. But today, dude, today on stream, like Warframe, I say today on stream, like, it's not also today and on stream. But on the main stream today, on the regular stream today, I played at... dude, I need a card here. It's the card key slot. Only card key for the card key slot. But I played Warframe for the first time. Oh my god, I had such a good time. I had such a freaking good time playing Warframe. I can see myself putting in a lot of hours on that game. Based on how much content there is as well, based on how many sort of missions and whatever you can do for it. Like, I opened it up and it's like, dude, I don't know how many freaking planets there was, but... yeah, you feel like... Little Annie Skywalker, the Phantom Menace. I'm gonna be the first to see them all! But I actually did a little thing off screen, because they've got this, I think they call it like the Foundry, or something, where you can craft weaponry. I set it up, you know, it takes X amount of hours, right? So you set something away to make itself, and it takes, you know, however many hours to generate itself. I set a couple of those off. Like, just like, oh, that takes 12 hours to make, that takes 15 hours to make. It's just like, dude, I'll set those off, so then next time I do stream that game, it within, like, X amount of time, and then I can grab them. Is it the Foundry? The place where you craft a stone pickaxe? Yeah, I was crafting my... I set my Rhino away to craft. I was like, I'll set my Rhino away. Dude, this keypad is janky. I didn't even pick tackle. I set the, I think it's the Rhino. I think it's like a new Warframe. Also, like, half the audio of the game is quite loud. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it did actually look like on my meters, it did look quite loud. Unbelievable. Thank you, Avian. Appreciate it, as always. No, thank you. No, thank you. Appreciation goes to you. I should have been looking at that. I'm in front of the levels. I should have been looking at the levels. The 1s and 2s. I should have been trusting in what I was seeing in the visual representation of decibels. You gotta have faith sometimes. Already gone. Conversion number 2. What does that even do? Transformed into the dragon type. Oh! That's what it does? Okay. What's conversion 1 do? Anyway, it's dead. It doesn't matter. Okay, but that's facts and feathers. My fire is not going to be very effective against dragons. Oh, maybe conversion 2 changes their secondary type and conversion 1 changes their primary type. That might be what. Okay. I did come to rescue you. I did. I came to rescue you. Oh, you pretended to be the director? You swine. I mean, at least he'll tell me if I beat him. It's kind of a positive thing. Yeah, but honestly, dude, I'm probably gonna play more... I'm probably gonna jump on more Warframe tomorrow. I want to go through some more planets. I'm not sure whether I should look up some stuff on the... I don't know, because I got all those mods, right? I got all those mods, and I got so many of them, and like the duplicates, and I think there's like multiple things you can do with them. I think there's like multiple things you can do with them. Like there's the option to either like, I think you like take 4 and you like put them together to make like a premium version. I think there's like 4 options. So there's like upgrade them. So if you got one, you can like upgrade it. There was like, you can recycle them for credits, I think you can recycle them for like eyeballs or whatever that other currency is, and you could fuse 4 together to like make a premium one or something. I don't know. But I was looking at that and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what the move is here. I don't know whether I just like recycle them all for credits and get to those credits. I don't know if I recycle them all and get like the eyeballs. I don't know if I should just like not worry about it because I'm probably gonna end up getting loads of these just naturally. I guess like sometimes when you start out something, you don't know how scarce resources are. You know what I mean? It's my survival horror sort of like mindset coming in. It's just like, oh, I got this item. Am I gonna get this item again? Should I use this item? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know you can always get stuff again, but you know, I'm probably not gonna dedicate myself to like a crazy, you know, grind or farm, right? I'm probably just gonna like play for fun and as a consequence get or not get stuff, right? So I think I want to sort of get my head around some of that stuff. Dial and coffins. Perish. It's like a coffin. Yeah, you just got loads of coffins, man. You're a joke. You're a freaking joke. Everyone thinks you're a joke. There we go. And the next guy? A level 36 gold out. Whatever. You can dissolve, which gives you Endo. Hey, Derek Squirreltail. Use to upgrade mods. Sell to give you money. Transmute, which takes 4 of the mods for rarity. Sacrifice some mod of higher rarity. Oh, that's the gambling one. Okay, that's okay. I thought it was taking 4 of the same ones and like, you know, taking 4 blue ones and turning it into the purple one of the same kind. Okay. Okay. So Endo was like the bull thing, yeah. Endo was like the exclusive sort of currency for the mods. Basement key, let's go. Hey, hey, hey! Played some more Pokemon G-Old today. G-Old Roger. I'm having a lot of fun with. Though I'm annoyed because for whatever reason, my internal clock in the game is busted. It should be nighttime, and it's saying it's like 2 p.m. And I'm like, what the hell is up with that? It's frustrating me because I was like, oh, it's nighttime. Let's go get a hoot hoot. And it's like, nah, it's daytime. Like, all right. The basement key was for where? This is the... Oh, the basement key was for the Goldenrod Tunnel, right? That was a really... itself. I'm not there. Fool. Hello. Aha. Okay. I think you have some rare Pokemon. I think these are potentially going to be really low level trainers because I could have gone here like an eon ago. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm right. Yeah, because I could have gone here like pre-Whitney. Like I'm on badge 8 now, and I could have gone here on badge 2. Which would have been a lot more useful if I went there then and got some of those experience points then. Oh. Cool. Nah, I'm probably, Avian, I'm probably not gonna look anything up. I'm probably not gonna look anything up. Because I'm not like a min-max or anything like that in remotely I just don't want to make any, like, oh, dude, you shouldn't have done that. I just don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, some sort of thing which is like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Like, oh, I converted all my poops into poops, and I, you know, when I should have been trading them for peas, and that kind of thing. And I'm not trying to do, like, you know, the perfect thing with every item and every whatever, but I just wanted to get, like, a feel of it. I'm gonna make sure I don't accidentally use my, like, premium currency to speed up an item that takes 3 minutes to make, or, you know what I mean, something like that. I'm gonna obviously, like, avoid that and hold on to that for when it might be something really important or whatever. The Magnamites. Cool. Thank you. It seems crazy popular. It seems a lot of people play it. Which, dude, I also think's quite cool. It's quite cool. Oh, Swift's a very good move. Yes. Gonna get rid of Tackle. You know, because, like, a lot of your most I know, I guess it's got, like, third-person shooter elements to it, right? But you don't have to get the gun, do you? You can be using other stuff. I just think it's kind of cool that you can have something like that. It's pretty popular when a lot of, you know, a lot of people just, like, naturally gravitate towards a first-person, you know, tactical shooter or whatever, or, like, a third-person shooter or what have you. Like, movement-based, jumping around, like, third-person action game. I think it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is this the key? Where's this take us to? Uh-oh, Rivel? Rivel. Yeah, I'm also sure I'm probably really overthinking it, and it's probably not going to be that too punishing with my resources or anything like that. Chat wants to battle. Cool. Go back. Oh yeah, dude, my PP. I should have gone the focus on her. It doesn't matter. Like, this guy's OP, but then the rest of my team is also P. So it doesn't matter. But dude, we just switch. There's no need. End up dent. As long as you're avoiding using plat until you're 100% sure you want to use on, it's hard to do something wrong. Right. Hello, Matt. You had a good day today? Take that, fella. All my fellas. Oh, 40, come on. Sneasel. Dude, I should have my typing table up. Yeah, that's why I should have my typing table up. Because he's freaking dark type. It's like... Okay, let's open that up. Because, dude... Pokemon... Type chart. I don't want to do anything dumb. Okay, so you're dark. Ice dark, right? What do you mean doesn't affect it? Oh, defender. Oh, psychic doesn't affect it. Right. But bug and fighting. Is Stomp a fighting move? Whatever. Am I making a mistake here? No, I think okay. Flinch! Let's freaking go. Okay, let's actually see who's coming out next and plan accordingly. Those are stupid. For alligator. Okay, yes. Let's bring out salad. You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad. And then we use Vine Block. So we're just gonna get outsped there. Scary face, the face is scary. Speed sharply foul. Don't make me flinch. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, Derek, it's like sometimes like the coloration of this game. It's like, oh, is that the shiny? And it's just like, nah, it's just kind of like the coloration of how the game looks. I don't like that. I don't like the critical hit. Get sorted. Toss the salad. Okay, who are we doing next? We're doing Magnemite. Switch back to a Herbs. Simple. Simple, man. Simple, simple, simple. Wow! No, we got Flame Wheel though. We got Flame Wheel. Hello. Yeah, I don't know if you were there towards the end of the stream, Avian, but on Warframe, which we were playing earlier, I got the second, Venus. I got like that second planet opened up. So there's like a ton of quests and stuff that I can, do multiplayer with people and stuff like that. It's cool. Very cool. Aha! Hello. Take that. Why did you lose? You lose because you suck. Give me your money. Yeah, that's it. Give me some money. I'll give some to my mother. Via telephone. Yeah, there was a guy, and I just, like, shot him with my gun, like, 3 times! He had, like, a boss health bar, and it was very anticlimactic. Okay, let's heal up. I don't super think I need to heal here, but I'm gonna do it. Actually, no, no, I would be fine if I didn't heal. It just could get a bit dicey. You know, when things get dicey. Ba -da 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 -da. Well, see this guy on the right? I used to always think he looked like a mushroom, looked like a toad. But it's that box in front, he's holding a Game Boy. That's what he's doing. That little square that's below his eyes and between his hands, he's actually like holding a Game Boy. If I make him face this way, it's more apparent. His Game Boy's still facing forward. He turns to face me. And they're always talking about like Game Boy features and shit like that. Think about jumping a Pokemon game lately because I don't play. Oh, you got one of those emulation handhelds. Nice, nice. I've personally never played a Pokemon ROM hack, but I hear like a lot of good, like people say, they're really fun. And there's some of those ones which are like super popular, like Radical Red and stuff like that. I know they're sort of like the go-to ones for a lot of people. I haven't dipped my toes in any of them myself. Maybe after I've, after I've exhausted these, I might be like, dude, I want something new. I'll play one of these. But that Radical Red one, I hear people talking about a lot. Crystal Clear. Yeah, I think I've heard people talk about that one as well. As I said, I've never played any of them. And I think those ones people put a lot of time into making these and making like a fun experience for people, and I didn't know what the players would want. Dude, where did I not bring my water bottle into? I threw my water bottle across the room. Why did I do that? Was I trying to impress anybody? Was I trying to seem like a big guy? SpongeBob big guy pants okay? Oh, it's basically Crystal is open world. You pick what time you start in the gym, scale your badges. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I personally didn't like that in Scarlet and Violet, but I think the reason I didn't like it in Scarlet and Violet is not because it was like open world. I just think that the towns and the cities and some of the areas didn't really have distinct personality. It just felt like one giant field, for me at least. It just felt like I was in one giant field. But I can see that in in a game like Crystal where they've got like defined areas and personalities. It would, for me at least, it would work a lot better. Coughing. It's kind of cool seeing some of these ones where I've seen people have made Game Boy Color style ones, like Gen 1, Gen 2 style games, and they include, some modern Pokemon in it as well, and you see some of the sprites that have been made to, like, in the Game Boy style, like Game Boy style sprites of the newer Pokemon. I always think that's so cool, man. I've always kind of liked artwork of D-makes. Like, when people take, like that whole, like, PS1 Bloodborne thing. I find it really cool seeing, like, modern things in the graphical and art style of like, past years. I really dig that. I think it's really fun. I do have poisons, don't I? Antidotes, sorry. I don't want to get poisoned, I want the antidote. Yeah, I got 20. I think I bought a load of those because it's like I do not want to get poisoned. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like making your own fun. Like, I want to go get Wooper. Let's go on an adventure to that route. That's cool. That's actually really cool. Well, maybe you could see if that mod team because maybe that mod team, like, even if it's not in its entirety, like, there might be people who, like, were part of the team for that mod who worked on other games and stuff like that as well. So when you're looking for one to play, that could be like a starting point of, like, look up the people who made Crystal Clear and see if they did other projects too. And if any of them interest you, you can dive into one of those. It's definitely like, yeah, having a little emulation station or just like a little handheld or something like that. Dude, definitely really cool thing to have. I kind of miss. I don't know how big your handheld is. I know what the size it is, but I miss actual sort of like pocket size or like portable handhelds. Stuff like your Game Boy or your PSP or your Nintendo DS or whatever. Because, like, sure, you got like Steam Decks and XYZ, right? But they're really sizable. I know it's possible to, like, carry around a Steam Deck. I know you can do that. I've got a ROG Ally myself, and I've got, like, a Switch, and I've definitely kind of took them around and used them portably. But it's a bit less. It's an infinitely less portable than something like like what you're saying there, a mock GBASP, like a little clamshell thing that just boom, you just pop that open and you can play on. Like, that's so cool. You can just chuck that out in the bus real easily. You can just get that out in bed real easily, whatever. And I think it is such a good antidote to like doom scrolling as well. If you're just gonna, like, sit around and vegetate out on something, which, it's not the best idea, is it? But if you're gonna do something like that, it's so much better to, like, jump into, like, like, pop open a clamshell, like a GBA or a SP or whatever, or a DS, and crack on with something like that. I think it's so much better. We can open up here as well. Cool. Cool. Oh, where did that... Yeah, what you've been describing is exactly... I've kind of been obsessed with it since I bought it. It's actually portable. Right. It's been an amazing... Oh, I think I just shut a bunch of doors down. Amazing way to play retro games, meaning we play Get Round. Yeah, for real. I'm sure there's so much cool stuff you can play on it as well. And a lot of those games are designed to be like, oh, pick up and play. And just like play it for a little bit, switch to something else, play for a little bit. Really cool. Really cool. It just feels like even something like the... I am not solving this puzzle, am I? You know, even something like you know, as I said, like Steam Decks or Switches or whatever, it feels more of like an effort to turn them on, like you're booting the system up, and you know, something like that. Just like, oh, casually chuck it on and let's go. It's freaking cool. This one? Am I stupid? I'm certainly stupid. It's crazy though, you're saying stuff like that, I can play like Dreamcast games. It's really like crazy what some of these things can play at this point. It blows my mind. It really blows my mind. I find it really impressive. Like, whoa, I can play that? I can play this? I find that so impressive, man. The Dreamcast, man, a lot of Dreamcast is a sick system. I love the Dreamcast. Jet Set Radio or something. Do I have to, like, freaking look up a guide? It's when dude, it's like I'm talking to you guys and I'm just like randomly flicking switches at the same time. It's gonna go badly. It is gonna go freaking badly. Is it like Goldenrod Tunnel? Goldenrod Tunnel switches. Off and then 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is that it? Make sure they're all off. And I guess 3, 2, 1. Okay. Off. Alright. Put it off. But yeah, no, definitely enjoy it. I know there's people that go like, oh, you can just like emulate, because a lot of phones can play these games, right? There's a lot of phones where you can just play like PS1 games on them and stuff like that. But I think, yeah, I don't know, man. It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. Having like a dedicated system like that actually has like buttons and all that sort of things. Like, oh, you can connect a Bluetooth controller to your phone. It's like, this does not sound super portable anymore. It sounds cumbersome. You have to pick up a good time to run to get inspired. Seems you're not alone. Yeah, I think all the systems have gotten really popular. You're seeing more and more different models of these sorts of things. And I also think especially now, when, you know, a lot of modern gaming is pretty expensive, right? It's pretty expensive. Like, I don't know if you've seen what's happened to the PS5 recently, but the PS5 went up by like another €100. $100, £100, wherever you are. Like the base PS5 model on release, I think it was €500. It's undergone two price increases over its life cycle. It's €650 now. Freaking crazy. Actually freaking crazy, man. Like something that's like, you know, a lot closer to the end of its life cycle as opposed to the start. You got this stuff just becoming more and more expensive. And why did I use Flame Wheel? It doesn't matter. It's become more and more expensive. Hello there, Fireball. And then you're adding your games on top of that and stuff like that, and it's like, I'll just use Flame Wheel again because I was bashing the button. So I think, you know, people looking back and people getting these little like emulation stations and these little handheld devices and stuff like that is I totally get why. It's like, oh dude, I want to play games, but it's like I don't really want to drop like €500, €600 on a rig or a console and then start buying games on top of that. And of course you can get games which are cheaper, which aren't like, the week 1, month 1 releases, whatever, but It's even so, it's crazy. Especially with how things are now. Especially how things are now for, like, most sort of regular people. And things like that. The expectation that people are going to drop down. You know, I think whatever that new Xbox is that they announced, it'll probably be like €1,000 or something, no? Don't need a PS5. Next console is going to be the Wii U. The Wii U is very... I know a lot of people who like soft mod their Wii U's, and the amount of things that system is capable of playing. You know, not only is it like it's got a Wii built into it, right? So the amount of Wii games you can play with, like, you know, incredible. But you know, I've seen people playing like Dreamcast games on it, PS1 games on it. Really, really cool. And they've got like a hard drive attached to it with just like a bunch of games on, and they got like a nice UI and all that kind of thing. It was really, really cool. It was really, really, really cool. Mario Maker 1, yes, yep. I know you like some Mario Maker. It's definitely part of it. I'm happy with the computer if I want to play big things, and for everything else I just need a little guy. That's perfect. That's such a good balance. That's such a good balance. And it does seem to me like there's a lot of, you know, I think they base it on these like Steam surveys and stuff, that they see what the average machines are and specs that people have, so they make a lot of games that actually can be accessed by a lot of people. Like, they optimize them or put lower spec modes on, so more people can have access to them, which is great, man. It's absolutely great. Turn this on. Emergency. Holy moly. I love when stuff is just like accessible and people can play it. People can get it on their system. People can get, like, because who cares? Like, sure, ray tracing is pretty and whatever, and HDR and all these things and great. And I mean, have those modes there, you know, keep pushing stuff for, you know, the real high fidelity things, but just have things that are optimized so just more people can play them and stuff like that. Like, why do you want to be publishing games that only a small fraction of people can access? And that's why personally, if I was like a publisher, like a third-party publisher who makes games for the PS5, I'd be so pissed off by this price increase. I would be so pissed off by this price increase. Because they say it's like, the reasoning in that press release is because of, like, you know, global changes in market conditions. And it's like, dude, it's because of greed. It's because of greed. Like, they want to keep the profit margin high. It's like they're continually, you know, reporting higher and higher profit margins. It's just greed, man. It's not, you know, higher. Of course there is stuff that happens with, like, supply chains and components and stuff like that. But dude, it's primarily greed. You know? I can't carry more RAM prices. Can't carry over items. The RAM prices. Yeah, sure, the RAM prices and stuff like that. But it's just to preserve profit margin. It's just to preserve profit margins. Because these companies like Sony and stuff, they have, you know, these direct lines from AMD and whatever, where they've had these contracts set in for X number of years. They're not having a problem. They're not finding it more challenging to produce the systems. It's not, like, for them, it's not. For other stuff, okay, sure, if you're making a new profit now, like, that Steam machine thing, that feels like that's an issue, because I believe they do not have a direct line on the source of a lot of these components. Unless you're trying to play the biggest games, you can't get with surprisingly old hardware. Yeah, exactly. And thankfully, the only big games care about are from Capcom. Yeah, Capcom are good for optimization. Yeah, Capcom are all in on that now. They're all in on PC now. They're all in on PC. I'm not a big PC gamer, but I'm happy about that because I want more people to play Capcom. You want to see every pore and mole in the character's face? Yeah, me too. I want to see weird things that weren't in the game. I want them to change the lighting with AI. So the scenes don't make any sense. Here's Sungrad Studios, just one guy. He makes games for retro consoles. You can buy physical cartridges from him, but he releases the ROMs free. That's badass. That sounds really badass. That's actually really badass. That's so cool. That's so freaking cool. I love stuff like that. I love that thing we looked up the other day, where we looked up about the e-reader. Oh my god, that was so cool. We were talking about the e-reader attachment for the Game Boy Advance, and Fireball was like, oh, like people have probably worked out how that works. Maybe people have made games for it, and I looked it up, and there's this dude who was like selling packs of cards of his e-reader games he'd made. So freaking cool. So freaking cool. Loads of great tools now for making games for older consoles. Really cool. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. I saw this book that was released recently, and there's this whole book about developing for the Game Boy. I was like, oh, that is so cool, man. That is so cool. It's about like, oh, you actually want to release like games that work on like Game Boy hardware? Here's like the know-how. And maybe it's like recycled information or stuff people already know, but the fact that somebody's compiled all together in one book, freaking cool. Freaking cool. Oh, there's a GB Studio program. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. That's so cool, man. I really like stuff like that. It's really punk rock. You start tool for N64. I know the N64 modding scene is really big, because I'm like a pro wrestling guy. I like pro wrestling a lot. And there's, you know, that like sort of era of pro wrestling games, like both WWF and WCW games on the N64 are like kind of seen as a little bit of a golden age. And there's people who are always making like really cool mods for those. It's not just like chucking in, you know, new character rosters and stuff like that. It's actually like putting in like new game modes and things. It's really, really cool. And I see a lot of the stuff of like, you know, Banjo-Kazooie mods and like Mario 64. There's like a real big modding scene on the N64. So people actually just developing games as well for it as well. It's freaking cool. And I'm really cool. Really, really cool. I want to save the radio tower. And all the Pokemon Nation back. What we got here? Acton Machine 35. Let's go. We'll have that thing. These and thing. But yeah, cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You told me about that a long time ago, Fireball. Anything here I just like don't care about? Dude, do you want to just like hold this for a bit? Dude, hang on to this. Oh, is it like the banjo? Oh, the banjo's like one guy? Is there like one guy who's just pumping out banjo stuff? I had no idea. Oh, guy just chucking out a bunch of banjo stuff. Okay. Okay, dudes. That's alright. Not shot. Not choke, sorry. I want to go straight to the bloody top, bro. Send me up. Thanking you. Oh, we beat him, didn't we? This guy. Arc is a big... Okay. Anthony the hiker, what are you doing this time? So a lot of Dunsparce in Dark Cave. Dude, I spent a lot of time looking for Dunsparce when it was not an outbreak. Because I forgot outbreaks were a thing. Spent like half an hour looking for a bloody Dunsparce. What did I achieve? Okay, this just brought me into here. Okay, why did I go to the top? Whatever. Name's Kirko Mods. Really cool. Really cool. Big respect for stuff like that, for sure. Focus center time. Bum 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 ba dum. Dum dum da da dum. Hope to to see you again. So what can I achieve here now? I'm not reading well because I'm yapping with you guys. Get the hell out of here. Oh, I got this right. Yeah. Cool. I've got everything to do with this. I'm the little boy who you should fear. I've got everything to do with this. Oh, speaking of N64, I showed this on stream the other day. But I will show it again, unless I deleted the image, which I might have. Actually. I think I did. What I did the other day. What I did the other day. Whoa, Shadow the Hedgehog scare. Is I imported my, because before this I did a freaking run of Pokemon Red. I did a Red Nuzlocke. And what I did the other day was I imported my Red team into N64 Stadium. So this is the final team which I used on Pokemon Stadium. Which I used on Pokemon Red, sorry, to face the Elite Four. It's my final team there, and I imported them into Stadium. And like all the other Pokemon that were in the box and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing with these dudes. After we finish the Gold Nuzlocke, I'm gonna bring these guys, the surviving guys, into Stadium 2. And kind of see how that goes. Yee, Southern Telegram. Southern Telegram. TG. Rocket Grunt was defeated. That Rocket Grunt. You enjoy being defeated. You're damn right you're done for. Oh no, not Maria or whatever she's called. Derek, I would really recommend doing it. I would really recommend doing it. Because just like it makes encountering Pokemon just like way more exciting. Like, oh, who am I gonna get? And you might end up using a bunch of Pokemon. And like, here I am just using Typhlosion, lol. But you might end up using a bunch of Pokemon you wouldn't regularly use and stuff like that. I'd kind of really recommend it. It's brought a lot of new life into the game for me. Like, a lot of new life in the game for me. Because I'm like, oh, who am I gonna get? Who am I gonna use? And what I'm actually doing is I'm carrying on the duplication rule from Red. So any Pokemon that I caught in Red, I'm not catching them here. So, like, I'm not getting Pidgey again, I'm not getting Butterfree again. So actually, that little box on the bottom of the screen, these guys here, this is all the Pokemon that we caught in... These are all the Pokemon that we caught in Pokemon Red. So I'm not catching those guys again. So every new game that I'm playing, I'm using more and more different Pokemon. So the idea is, by the time I've played through a bunch of them, is like, I'll just be using a bunch of different Pokemon I've never really used before, and I find that really exciting. Even grinding levels isn't the same as how it is in easy mode. Yeah, because you know, you just don't have that tension, right? Because it's like, oh, someone can die, whatever, like Poké Center. Oh, we can, like, this gym leader's killing us. Well, we can just keep fighting it and dying over and over, and grinding XP until we, you know, brute force it. Because there are a couple of roadblocks in Pokemon. There's a couple of roadblocks where things kind of spike a little bit. Like in this game, I was so scared about Whitney. I was so scared about Whitney and that Miltank. Like, I thought that could be game-ending stuff. I was like, I gotta grind. Now, there are people who do level caps, who take it a bit more seriously. They do level caps. So you're not meant to level your Pokemon higher than the gym leader. So if the gym leader you're facing has level 20 Pokemon, you're only allowed to go in there with maximum level 20 Pokemon. So that can make it even more of a challenge. I'm not doing that. I'm doing the more casual sort of scale of the Nuzlocke. But I think that's also something really cool if you're super into the battle system and the typings and the strategy and all that kind of stuff. To go in with even that extra thing in. Yeah, the modifiers as well. People who do the randomizers is pretty cool. Have you heard of this thing they call it Soul Link? And so what it is two people play Pokemon at the same time. They do Pokemon at the same time. So like, I would play Gold, for example, and you would play Silver, right? And the idea is that each of our respective Pokemon have a link between them. So the Pokemon you catch on Route 1 and the Pokemon I catch on Route 1 are linked together. So if I have the Route 1 Pokemon in your team, you have your Route 1 Pokemon in your team. If my Route 1 Pokemon dies, your Route Pokemon dies. And another sort of common variation people have that on the rules is they can't be the same typing. Okay? So if you catch a normal Pokemon on Route 1, I have to reroll until I catch a water Pokemon or a flying Pokemon or whatever. So that makes it kind of crazy, because you're going to go into a gym. So you're going to go into a gym and you're like, oh, it's the water gym. I want to bring my grass Pokemon. But your grass Pokemon is so linked to my ground Pokemon. So you're bringing in the grass Pokemon against the water gym, but I have to bring in my ground Pokemon against the water gym. And so it makes it kind of really, really crazy. I think it's really a really fun sort of like concept to do with someone. But yeah, they call it like a Soul Link Nuzlocke. A Soul Link Nuzlocke. It's really pretty cool. I think typically people play it where they have like a bunch of rare candies in their bag. Like they mod in a bunch of cheat in a bunch of rare candies, because the idea is that there's like a parity between the levels as well. So if my root Pokemon's level 20, your root Pokemon should be level 20 as well. So you kind of scale them up so they fit side by side each other. It's really crazy, really crazy. I think it's a neat thing. It's just like people really like these games, but they're piss easy, right? And and you play them so many times, you want like new experiences, you want to do different things with them. So I think all those kind of like those house rules people do, and that one there where you're playing with a buddy as well, I think it's really freaking cool. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's really, really neat. Reminds me of Soul Link, where it's called from the first Innistrad set in 2012. What is that? I don't know what you're referring to right there. Maybe I do. Okay, she's dead. You were nothing. And you, sir? Oh, it's a Magic the Gathering. It's an expansion, Magic the Gathering expansion. Yeah, I was not into MTG in 2012. That would be during like a dark period where I'm not, or maybe it's a light period. I was playing MTG before that, and I was playing MTG after that. I was not playing in 2012. Hamdur! I like Hamdur. It's a dog, right? I like it. Probably gonna think it's freaking cool. But I'm actually sort of surprised they haven't made a Pokemon game that's really designed to be played as like a team, as a party, like a co-op multiplayer experience. I'm surprised they haven't done that. I feel they could be releasing, like, I think it's cool what they do with the Legends games. I didn't love the new Legends game. I thought the Arceus one was way better, way better. But like, I think it's kind of cool the variation stuff they're doing with the Legends games. It kind of surprises me that they don't sort of just chuck out, you know, almost like Black and White 2 vibes. Like, oh, here's like a crazy new adventure in the Hoenn region on the Switch. This is a license to print money? I don't know. Maybe they got enough money. I think as time's gone, I've started approaching Pokemon games with the attitude of not grinding. And just using what Pokemon you really like. Yeah, let's go. I like that a lot. I'm really into that. Just using the Pokemon you vibe with and you think are cool and you think are fun. I'm all about that too. So it makes each big trainer more of a puzzle. Yeah, because you're working around your weaknesses. Gotcha. Gotcha. No, I think it is definitely, if you're replaying these games, it's games where you want to be like creating your own fun. You want to be kind of creating your own fun. You want to be putting those in. Or of course you can be like a shiny hunter, or you can be a whatever. And there's a lot of things you can do with these games. That like soft resetting your game over and over to catch shinies though, it's not. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Don't love that. Hopefully we got a swine up. I mean, I'll take the Jinx. I'll be happy with the Jinx, but... I would prefer Swine Up. I would prefer Swine Up when we go to the Ice Path. The Ice Path. Velocity, right? Like that Rocket Executive. Which one was he? Did I kill him already? I must have killed him. I mean, they don't have these sprites because it's not playing the Gen 4 remake. Yeah, a lot of people think that the I can't speak. A lot of people think that Heart Gold and Soul Silver kind of replace these games, and these games like are irrelevant. And people are like that with Fire Red and Leaf Green as well. I think these games are still cool, and I think these games still have a place, and I think they've still got a charm, and I still think there's a difference to them. That makes them worth visiting, worth playing. I mean, you know, this is the one that I played back in the day on my green Game Boy Color, so there is that. But I mean, I did play Heart Gold and Soul Silver on the DS as well, and that was a hell of a lot of years ago now. But I don't think these games should be like totally forgotten. I think there's fun to be had here for sure. There's a load of charm, man. There's a load of charm. And I want to play Silver, because Silver you get completely different sprites. In Silver you gotta look at those different little drawings of the Pokemon. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. Hey, Professor Elm, are you happy that I answered your call and came here to kill the terrorist organization? Content? One would hope so. Bloody Elm. Thanks a lot. Dude, I don't know why it thinks it's 1 PM in the game. I am peed and pooed off. Why did I fly there? I don't know. Soul Bond. 2012. I would trust the card. Fireball, I would believe the card. Da-da-dum. Bum. Yeah, like I think there was like a dude blocking the way in Mahogany Town. And now we live like peed off. Damn straight. Okay, where are we? We are Route 44. Why would a box light up Professor Martin's? I can't remember that. But that sounds very funny. Wanna find me? Get killed by my Typhlosion. Get murdered. You'll get absolutely murdered. Nactu! Dude, look at that sprite, man. Look at that ball. Sick Pokemon. Peak shape. Look how good that ball is. Please. Faded. Smug ball. Yeah. Dude, I remember back, it was Black and White. Black and White. When Black and White was coming out, I remember the leaks of the starter Pokemon. Maybe it wasn't leaks, maybe they just announced them and they only had Japanese names at the time. But everyone was calling Snivy, everyone was calling him Smugleaf. That was like the name people were giving him. They're like, that guy's Smugleaf. I always really liked that name, Smugleaf. It's a cool name. It's not really a challenge, but it reminded me of something me and friends were going to do in the past. Oh, the Soul Link thing we were talking about. Or something different. Mom, what have you bought for me now? What crap have you invested my money in? I bought it with your money! Thanks, Mom. Where does she buy some of this shit from, though? Because she buys stuff that they don't have in stores. The burnt berry? No burnt berry for me. Hello, Fisherman. I'd like to get Fisherman Man. Dent. Massive dent. Fish till you can't catch anymore. Watch him have like 2 Pokemon. They always say stuff like that. They're always like, oh, I'm out here catching every Pokemon I can find. Look, he's literally got 2 Pokemon. They're always like this. They're like, I fish until I can't catch any more Pokemon. You've got bloody 2 mates. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They're always like that. They're like, I've caught so many Pokemon, and they have 1. They have 1 Pokemon. It's stupid. It's freaking stupid. Alright. Take that, Remoraid. Every time, man. Every time. I was like, I've caught so many rare Pokemon, I don't even have room anymore. And then he's got 1 Zubat. It's like, what are you talking about? It was a buy now before it's too late situation of Mom and capital letters! Yeah, that is her name. That is legit. She is Mom. Dude! What are you doing? I took like 4 steps! Where is she? Oh my god. Good trainers seek opponents instinctively. Okay, if you say so, bro. If you freaking say so. Cool trainer Sybil. You got a cool name, Sybil. You got a Butterfree though. Butterfree is cool. We called it Spirit Pokemon Run. There are 6 of us, and we're gonna do it. The idea is that you didn't choose your starter. Everyone else collectively decide your starter. Cool. And it would be based on things like what you look like, your personality, etc. The only rules have to stay in your pod the entire road. That's cool. That's cool. So everybody collectively picks a Pokemon that fits their vibes, and you have to keep that dude in your team. That's pretty cool. That's fun. Your government assigned Pokemon. Well, not government, friend assigned. Get Burn, Butterfree. Burn, Butterfree. Classic episode. Frinked. Picked by the council, yeah. Plays Bellossom. Bellossom! Ooh, switch. I forgot that was the Bellossom Sprite. Sprite, I should say. School Trainer Sybil. It's a cute idea. I like it. You could use that again in the future. I'm sure you could find. I mean, dude, getting six people is quite a lot. Getting 6 people is quite a lot. But I'm sure you could get a buddy or two to do something like that with. Or dude, even if everybody doesn't actually like play the game, like assigning everybody Pokemon and you know a few of you doing it, it's still pretty sick. Go Dent. Stomp him. Stomp him into last week. I also, dude, I still need to go back to that cave and get the Tyro. The dude. Which would hopefully become a Hitmon top. I think I'd quite like a Hitmon top. It's all based on my stats, isn't it? It's like what their kind of stat spread is when they get to level 20 or something like that, right? Which of the 3 it evolves into. Ultra Ball. The ball that is Ultra. Well, I'll go take out him first. Let's go sequentially. Yeah, I feel you, Derek. Actually, I do actually feel. Yeah, there is there's gonna be some level of biases, isn't there? It might be cool or something like that to pick a species like outside of their, you know what I mean? Like if they're a canine, it's no canine. If they've got a, you know, a bird, no bird. Like pick something outside of that. Because yeah, I agree. You're probably gonna naturally default to picking something that's their that's like their sona. Yeah, I didn't think of that. You're totally right. Seeking. Dude, it always reminds me of those like King of the Hill YouTube poops from like 10, 15 years ago. It was like seeking. Okay. Get confused. Get freaking confused. You don't object to it. I know you don't object to it, Fireball. I know you don't object to it. But I think it's more fun to enforce something on them. You know? Be there! Yeah, dude, there's YouTube poops, yeah, for real. Let's get rid of agility, because I'm not using frickin' moves that affect my stats. I'm just attacking. Just forget about everything, man. Just give up, you chud. What is happening? 3 times on this route. She's called me 3 times on this route to say she has spent my money. 3 times. Mom, all capital letters, has rang me up to say, oh, sorry, I spent your money. It has seriously been a space of like 6 or 7 minutes. This woman, I tell you. I mean, to be fair, she bought a doll there. She bought a doll. I like the dolls. I'm down for the dolls. I'm big time down for the dolls. But bruh. Take that. It's like I think she's only called like 7 or 8 times in the whole game, and 3 of them have been here. 3 of them have been specifically here on Route 44 of all places. A dogfighting. It's Pokemon trainer battles, Val. It's different. It's different. It's Pokemon trainer battles. Hello. Do you know about the legendary bird Pokemon? I do. Do you know about them? No, it's very different. It's all about the bond between trainer and Pokemon. What did I recently watch? We watched, well, we finished the black and white anime. Me and Reese finished the black and white anime. And there was this whole thing with N. This guy called N. And N learned all about, you know, Pokemon battling can be about the bond between trainer. The ideal. Ash represented. And we also watched this Pokemon movie, which I really liked, because a lot of the Pokemon movies are like, pretty pee and poo. This one, it was mega. It was like Mega Mewtwo against the Genesect army, and I really liked it. I actually really liked it. Yeah, she holds on to your money. Exactly. Yep. She acts as like a bank. So when you white out, it isn't completely end of the world. Okay, this is Ice Path, right? So what we got in Ice Path? So Ice Path is where we're gonna either find a Jinx or a Swinub. But I need to check the levels of these because I don't want to like one-shot these guys and freaking murder them. So let's have a look. Johto, we're looking at Ice Path. We're looking at Generation 2, not Generation 4. Swinub level 21. Jinx level 22. Swinub. Oh, dude, it's freaking fine. Yeah, I just want to put them asleep. Like, they've still got like a 33% chance of being caught with just like a Great Ball. So it's like... Oh dear, oh dear. Jinx has got a really low catch rate. Jinx has got like a crazy low catch rate. 5% chance though. I'm not gonna find a Jinx. I'm just gonna run to the assumption I'm not gonna find a Jinx. How many balls do I have? Enough. Okay, I want Salad in front. Come on, where's my Swinub? If it's Jinx, I'm gonna be like, fuck. Where's my Swinub, man? Do I have to go on the ice? Hey, what are we doing here? There we go, alright. Sometimes the RNG really do be RNGing, right? Golbat, that's a dupe. Fail. Where's my ruddy Swinub? Give me my little pig thing. Yeah? Give me my freaky little pig thing. Please, can we have some encounters? We have some encounters. Can we encounter something? It's gonna be Zubats for days, isn't it? It's gonna be Zubats for days. I hope it's Swinub. I hope it's not Jinx. I actually really want an ice Pokemon as well, because the Giant P, I would like a Alolan Vulpix for this, the Ice Vulpix. That'd be very useful. The next gym leader we're doing is a Dragon type, Claire, and who actually we watched an anime episode about Claire the other day. She came to visit them in Black and White for some reason. Well, because one of the traveling companions, like the girl characters, a dragon trainer, so I guess they were bringing more dragon type Pokemon. Give me Swinub! Because the next gym leader is dragon type, I want ice type to... And that's going to pay off big time, because not only do we have the dragon trainer, we've got Lance as the champion of the Elite Four as well. So ice is going to come in pretty useful. Ice is going to come in pretty darn useful. Come on. 40% chance, man. We should be bumping into one just about now. Just about now. Yay! Yippee! Okay, he's got a decent catch rate. I think I can just put him asleep and then chuck Great Balls at him. And we should still... So what level is he? Like, it's like level 21, right? Yeah, 37% chance of catching with a Great Ball while sleeping. I like those odds. I like those odds. Oh, we need a name for this. So if anyone's got a name for the Swinub, feel free to shout up. Darn, it was so close. I think we're like guaranteed to get him within 7 balls. I think within 2 or 3. Cylon. We can do that. He woke up? Oh, Endure would have been good. I would have been happy with him enduring. But is Endure still active? Oh, you meant sirloin. That's beef. That's sirloin steak. This guy's like a pig thing. Come on. There we go. Dun da dun da dun. I'm gonna call him. I got a name for him. Don't have it. I'm gonna call him Segovia. Oh, okay, yeah, no, we can do that. Okay, let's do that then, Val. I like that. I like that. Yeah, sure. Let's call him Sirloin, and we can call him Miltank Bacon. Let's do that. I like that. Maybe I'll put the space in it. Maybe he's Sirloin. Sir. Oh, no, I'm gonna put the hyphen. I'm gonna put the hyphen, like Spider-Man. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Nice. Nice. That is pitch perfect, baby. What do they have on Route 44? Because I didn't even step in the grass. Got jack shit. Jinx! I did not want you. I did not want you. I did not want you. I am glad Sirloin showed their face before you, I'm telling you. I'm very glad. But, there we go. Dum dum da da dum. Da 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 dee da do da da. Somebody's chuckling upstairs in my house. There's someone laughing. To see you again? I hope to see you again. Save this up. I'm gonna save this up. Alright, cool. I'm gonna drop off, guys. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out a little bit of Pokemon Mon with me. With your old buddy Rex the dog. Tomorrow I'm gonna host some web fishing for a bit. I got my days all mixed up and I got confused where I was supposed to be on different days of the week. I kind of got things a little bit messed up in my brain. So we are gonna be web fishing tomorrow, and I'll probably do like half the stream web fishing and then half the stream framing, because I wanna play both. I want to play both, and I think people want to play both. I think we got people in chat who want to play web fishing with us. I think we got people in freaking. We got people in chat who want to play Warframe with us. Yeah, dude, is he still live? Let's do it. Let's do it. No, and Derek, do let us know. Do get in touch and let us know if you pick like a ROM hack to play. Do let us know. Half-Life 2 VR, but the AI is self-aware. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. Give me a second because I've got their name. I can't remember how exactly I spell it, but they should be on the latest. They should be on my list here if I hop back over here. There we go. It is. Cast. Sick. Sick. Is it funny? I might check it out then. I used to really like those, you know, Val, the like Sonic ones, like those dudes who did like Sonic the Hedgehog, like Sonic Adventure ones. I used to find those ones super fun. Like I enjoyed those quite a lot, those dubbing. So maybe that Half-Life one, it might be my sense of humor, or at least my sense of humor from like years ago, you know. Anyway, peace out, people. Thank you for hanging out. Do let us know if you pick a ROM hack. I would be super interested. And if anyone wants to play web fishing for a bit tomorrow, or Warframe for a bit tomorrow, I'm gonna be online. I'm gonna be gaming. I'm gonna be a pro gamer. I'm gonna be a pro gamer. But peace out, people. Bye.